everybody. Welcome to episode, I believe, 254 of the Blathering Live. I'm Ken Napzok. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. Up top, you might be watching this on the replay. I understand how YouTube live streams work. I go live. You slowly set your life aside to come hang out with me, and I appreciate it. That's why in the first 5 to 10 minutes, I don't think we should get to anything too important. Just let everyone gather around the table. Laser Bolts put down his steak and potatoes. James Holmes checking in right before bedtime in the UK. Brennan Mars here. Already got a super chat from Sean McCabe. We're going to talk about that just a second, because like I said, we just do the, I don't like podcast. I get it. I don't like podcast banter either. But this isn't a podcast. This is a live show. It's a radio show, friends. And we got to wait for some folks to check on in here. We'll talk a little bit of news. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah. Later in the show, we'll do some sports. Black Monday in the NFL. It's kind of like Black Friday. That's a good thing for retail. Your money goes into the black NFL. Producer Steve will answer why they call it that in the NFL. Some coaches got fired, but there's one NFL coach who hasn't been fired yet. My little Mikey McDaniel in his sweatpants. He's still kicking for now. So that's the also bottom of the hour. Make sure that email went out that I sent the link to. Believe I did. Bottom of the hour, we'll be playing the fake headlines game, and it will be a Ken on Ken battle. Napzok versus Plume in a battle to see who can predict which headline, or not predict, but discern which headline is fake or real. The man behind that, of course, is producer Steve. We'll bring him in here just a second. It's a Vice Monday, okay? It's a Vice Monday. Let us fix your life. So whether it's in chat, whether it's through a super chat, whether you call into the show by becoming a YouTube channel member, or a patron supporter, patreon.com/GuyNapzok, get in here and have some advice questions for us, okay? We do have some good news. Where did he? Well, no, we don't know the good news yet. Detective Michael McCarcel, not a real detective. Evening, gang. I've got some good news that I'm actually struggling to believe is happening. That could turn into advice. When you get good news or good things happen to you, how do you believe that it's real? So maybe Detective McCarcel will stop his car, pull over, and call Ed. Making the show go round is, of course, producer Steve. Steve, the countdown to my beard trim has begun Friday evening. I'm a little nervous. How are you?
Friday. I mean, it's a good thing you live in California, because you don't have to worry about where I am, where it's cold. Where, after you shave for a long time, you haven't shaved in forever, you just feel naked when you walk outside for the first time. You're just like, maybe it's 70 degrees-ish, you know what I mean, if it's not raining for you. So you don't really get that 30-degree biting cold, ow, I feel like the pores in my chin are opening.
I'm not strolling along the banks of the Firth of Forth, but I am, it's 56 degrees today. Chilly. Franny and I went for a walk, and my digits are still cold. Still cold, Steve. But I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Because it is this doesn't seem like much, but it's protecting me from the elements. Here's I got to tell you. So I'm convinced I'm gonna do this. I'm 98%, 95% sure that I'm gonna shave the beard off Friday to reset it. I'll grow it right back. But I was, you ever do the thing where, are you like me? Do you have 17,000 photos on your iPhone? And I was just scrolling along randomly, picking a year. Should I delete something? Look at those memories. And I saw a picture of me, one of those bad, when you're doing a joke kind of selfie, but it was a bad photo where I was clean shaven. And I was like, I can't look like that again. I cannot look like that again. It's going to be, I don't know.
Yeah. At first, I was worried you were going. Where you were going with that was we're going to say I'm worried my iPhone isn't going to recognize me and I'm going to have to redo my Face ID. because
That's
I won't have a
possible.
beard anymore. Even my phone is gonna be like, like who what is that? Can you imagine like if Apple actually kept our Face ID like just like the snapshot image it takes of you? Like imagine all the times you're on the toilet or just like in a precarious position, and it's like it just takes that snapshot of like what it needs to get to open the phone. Some 19-year-old intern somewhere has all those on a monitor in front of them at the Apple headquarters.
I should. I should be concerned that maybe it won't recognize my face. So I'm gonna have to get like my own beard. I can get JD Vance's wife to open up my phone. Hey, all right. Tully Quinn says 56 California pansy. He says it with love. It's cold today. I'm telling you all, California cold is it's desert cold. I'm literally my hands are like I got the tingles. They're so cold. It's so cold. I don't know. You all hate me.
I don't have any sympathy here. I was scraping ice off my car the other day, so I don't want to hear it.
Look, that's a you problem, man. You know, save up a couple $1 million, move out to California.
It's not hard, right?
I want to talk about this very nice super chat, a generous super chat, but also sending some love to our buddy Sean McCabe saying, hey, sending my love to a good friend and his family today. Miss you, Doc. Been keeping up with your dad, like I said. Much love to my brother. Rest in peace, Ryan Walker, 3rd Infantry Division, killed in action January 5th, 2006 in Baghdad. As we know, Sean served and saw, I hate saying the term action because it's so trivial and like it's an action figure thing, but served over there and suffered some great losses of those he knew. So Sean, sending love through you to you and to Ryan, his legacy and his family, and appreciate the generous super chat behind that as well. James Holmes coming in here saying, "Kay." Sorry, I should have known better. Okay. All right. We don't have to answer this now. I'm going from something very, very sweet, very important, very sentimental, very sad. And then I got James Holmes in the UK going, Ken and Steve versus Zombie Elvis in the bathroom of his unfortunate demise. Toilet flushed all this time. Nose plugs for one. Holy water balloon stalks Elvis for 5 seconds without a vampire there. Who wins? All right. We'll come back. We have to break that one down. We'll have to break it down.
Yeah. I'm glad that we have a minute to chew on that, though. So we'll digest and.
David. Oh, okay. David Mackay. All right. I'll do. Okay. I'm gonna beg for money, Steve. Okay. I'm gonna beg for money. Okay. Channel 19. David Mackay says maybe you should part shave my beard and turn up to Force Center now with a Biggs-esque mustache. Okay. Here's what I'll do.
Name your price.
Here's what I'll do. For $20 here on the Blathering, but paid in demand on Force Center on Friday when we go live, maybe even anytime in the morning, I will have a handlebar mustache.
Yes. Whose idea was this? David Mackay? You're
David
saint.
Mackay. All right.
Oh my God.
And not counting, not going forward, because we've already hit that mark with James and Sean. I'm saying going forward tonight or on Thursday's show, I will text Tunney it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say how deep are we going? Like yay?
It'll go down to here. See
all
where
the way down. Okay.
See where the brown kind of stops. See the brown.
Right. Yeah.
And we'll keep.
Okay.
We'll do a little bit. I have to imagine that Laserbolt has a Curly Bill Brocious kind of like soul patch that maybe comes down. So maybe that kind of rounds it out. But I'll do that, and JMB will be happy. Ooh, yeah. But yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So we'll do that. Tully says if Ken goes with a Biggs mustache, Alex Day will have a new crush. I got news for you, Tully. Alex already has a crush on me. Already has a crush on me. All right. So there you go. Laserbolt is going full village people. Okay, but again, I'm clarified. Svetnik says only $20. You already made that tonight. No, going forward, $20 additional dollars. I will debase myself because it doesn't necessarily look good, and it will be on the internet forever. It already is.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever had a handlebar mustache, Steve?
No, my wife would absolutely kill me if I tried to handle my mustache. She doesn't let me have a mustache because her dad had a mustache, so it's like too.
Yep.
She's like, no, I can't. Like, that's not going there. But I did like occasionally when I shave and do a reset, I will just keep the mustache, even if it's just for like an hour or something, just to walk around the house and like piss her off, or like I'll take a. But I sent a picture to my friends once, and it was like just the mustache. And I'll never do it again because my buddy texted me back and said, it looks like you have 2 caterpillars coming out of your nose.
Mm-hmm.
And so ever since then, that like stuck with me, and I'll never grow a mustache.
You have the natural reverse Adolf?
Yes. Yes, 100%. The hardest thing for me beard wise was getting the final connection of the railroad here.
Oh, same.
And that didn't happen until like my 20s.
This transcontinental beard railroad that goes on right there.
Yeah,
no,
it's important though.
It is. I still, for those on the audio, apologize. I'm losing listeners today. I'm seeing the viewing numbers drop down because of this. I still have a low beard, which I'm thankful for, on my cheek here, about halfway up my cheeks. But when I was a youngster, I had a natural Abe Lincoln. Like it didn't fill in much up here. So my beards were always lower, heavy.
Yeah.
And I have one guy I know through the pro wrestling business, podcaster guy. He's got the beard that comes up to the top of the cheeks and then grows straight down. Like if he doesn't tend to it, it's just this. He's got a cheek beard, and I think that's I'd rather have what I have. No.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. My cheeks aren't super strong. Like so I go for the lower beard and just kind of fade it down a little bit. But it's all just about the fake jawline. Like, how can I make the beard kind of give the impression that I actually have a jaw when I don't? So that's what it's all about. You had to marry.
I had to marry Todd. And look, Dave McKay's he's on fire. He's on fire. He always is. Taking a quick swing through news. The only thing I want to talk about in news really is just maybe point you all out there to some other folks talking about what's going on and what has been going on in Venezuela. Which I recommend these channels before, but I always recommend Legia Miller's channel. If y'all haven't checked out her work, check it out. She's wonderfully sarcastic and biting when she needs to be, but she just has very well researched, a lot of information, and despite having a clear perspective inside that she comes from, she will also deal in the world of facts and what's actually going on, and I really recommend her work. And so. She had some great stuff to say about what's going on, how this, and from the angle of them being the administration tying it to the Monroe Doctrine, and reminding us all what that actually was some words in a speech in 1823, and not necessarily some sort of law or edict or even personality that we need to be beholden to. So there's that. And that this all goes, first of all, like I've said before, and I said on I think it was Friday's show. Obviously, nothing new. This is what our country loves doing, especially in Latin America. But to me, that when you harp on that, this is me speaking personally, and Steve's face is on camera here, but it's not him. When you harp on that too much for me, it reads as whataboutism. It doesn't deal with what is actually going on right now. And as Lee just said so well, it is at least other administrations had the decency to kind of hide this. Part of the, and maybe we should thank this administration, Steve, for just being so out front with what they're doing. We're getting oil, and it's not even the Venezuelan crude oil is, certainly not an oil magnet, but it's not the easiest to process. It's not like it's going to hit the streets tomorrow. But basically, we're helping our oil companies. We're helping Putin. There's this talk. Fiona Hill, former member of Trump's first administration. Out there saying, this kind of, there seems to be a trade. Putin saying that I'll let you take our ally, Venezuela. You back off Ukraine. There's that kind of stuff at play. It's not just simply here we go again or oil. Steve, it has clearly bigger ramifications, especially as we make a move towards Greenland. We want it. We got the American flag on it now.
Yeah, I'm convinced with Greenland. I'm just convinced that Trump has just only seen like the flat representations of it on a map and just thinks it's like absolutely massive, and that's why he wants it, not realizing it's not quite as big as it looks on a map, and it's mostly ice sheet. So there's anyway, I do think that's part of the thing with Trump's ego. I haven't seen Landman yet, Ken, so I don't know the ins and outs of crude oil or like what's good oil versus bad oil and like how dirty it is and how do we refine oil and all that kind of stuff. So I'll leave you to the oil expertise.
Oh, thank you. I am.
Yeah, but I just think kidnapping a president is, even no matter how much of a shithead he is, just causes a lot of people a lot of problems, obviously. And there's all this. You could go into a million different nuances about this and that. But it's more just about like when you take a step back and look at it from like a third person perspective, it's like, what the hell are we doing here? You know, it's like do you want to be the world police? Yes, no. Do you want to do nation building and regime change? Yes, no. Or, oh, okay, we're just going to do whatever benefits you guys in the short term. And that's kind of what I'm in ride it out mode at this point.
Yeah. And, we pardoned the guy from Honduras. So it's clearly not about drugs. The fentanyl is not getting here in fishing boats. Their cocaine mostly goes to Europe. And this is not to, again, turn it back on what was going on. Or as you said, which I think is an understandable caveat to just make sure we're all clear on, this wasn't a good guy. He and his wife weren't, weren't beloved. And it's no surprise that there'd be people celebrating in the street. The other video I want to recommend, or channel I always recommend, is Heather Cox Richardson, kind of a political historian. Another one of my favorites, and I watched this live when she was talking about it, but her words kind of, I don't want to say viral, but it kind of got out outside of her own, actually rather large circle, but of how this is also a direct, kind of violation, both in spirit and maybe even the actual letter of it all. And the post-World War II agreements to hey, maybe the big countries just don't go stomping into smaller countries and taking things. And there's only a couple other countries that, kind of don't like that right now. Russia, China, and you got Ukraine, you got Taiwan, and that this is us now kind of aligning with them. And that's kind of part of what the problem is. And she highlighted, too, going back to Desert Storm Kuwait. Easy to say again, too. That's about oil. It's about resources. But she also points out that there also is some truth to us going, Iraq, you can't do that to Kuwait because that's this international law thing going on, where our intention's pure and everything. No, but again, that's something I don't even need to get into right now. But that this is that we're now on the other side of it, which is frightening. Yeah, not surprising, but frightening.
Right, and I think the Iraq War was a quote unquote soft launch into that way of thinking and positioning ourselves in that way. It was sold to the American right as being the world police in a good sense. And I think a lot of people saw that we were using geopolitical justifications to privatize the benefits of war in a way that you could see. You know what I mean? Just look at all the Halliburton shit in the early 2000s, blah, 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 right? So in this case, they looked at the book and said, oh, we could, it's like a cop it's like talking to a cop once. He's like, I could drive behind you for 15 seconds. I can pull you over for something. Fine. I just have to pick what in the book to pick out. Right. So they're like, yeah, sure. He did something with narco drugs, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. When he's talking about Chevron going in, they're going in. Like is there anything less appealing and more terrifying than hearing Donald Trump say, we're going to go in and take care of it? Like just context be damned. That just sounds horrible, terrifying, creepy. All of
whether
the above.
It's going to a Latin American country or the dressing room of a bit pageant. Right. You don't want him to just go in. Absolutely.
Or just
jokes aside.
Coat closet. Yeah. Yeah. It's
so what
please
continue. Well, the other angle too that I like is that how you have people like Marco Rubio, who of course they really want to go to Cuba now. Lindsey Graham, straight up just on Air Force One saying, "You better watch out, Cuba." He probably finds his secret boyfriends there, but hey, you better watch out. But that Heather saying this wasn't a military action; it was the Department of Justice. It was just law enforcement, and the military was just watching.
Law enforcement. Yeah.
Killed 40 civilians, whatever it might be. Security team, can't get us because they know.
So you bring him to New York to indict him. He pleads not guilty, obviously. I don't know how that's all gonna work. Does he get a public defender? Or does he get to hire his own high-powered lawyer? Is it a Venezuelan lawyer? Is it an American lawyer? Like, how does? So there's lots of questions there. I think it's gonna be. I think it's obviously it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. But now that they have this precedent set, it is a lot more. It's not speak softly, carry the big stick anymore. It is speak like a jackass and kick the door down if you piss me off. Yeah. And Trump wants to build a golden fleet He wants to do all these crazy things. No one wants to go to the Kennedy Center anymore because he stuck his name on it. That's a big deal around where I live. And I don't know. There's going to be some kind of cultural pushback to this. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think you're seeing when we have an idea of what it actually means for us to run the country of Venezuela here soon, I think we'll see a lot more, like a bigger argument from the left of what the hell are we actually doing? Because Democrats from the last 4 or 5 days have said absolutely nothing of substance that's like meaningful or like they gave me any hope about in the response to all this. They have no idea what to do with it. So yeah, like I said, timeshares are cheap. Let's look at the positive side of things.
Yeah, let's open up a comedy club in Venezuela. Let's just yeah. The fact that the oil companies might have been told before Congress, which again, none of this is new. And Tully points out, Tully says what I've said. Honestly, America's been doing this for a long time, but I know this is worse because this might actually start World War III. This is going beyond. This is breaking the international agreements. This is out in the open. This is aligning us with Russia and China versus Europe and other countries. And so Tully brings up a great book to read, The Open Veins of Latin America, also the Jakarta Method. But this is beyond just, this is what we do. This is beyond it. And this is also, again, not shocking for what we've got here in the second term.
This reasserts post-World War II doctrine, like you mentioned in like the quote or whatever that was brought up at the beginning. But Stephen Miller went on TV and was talking about how we can't let an adversary in our own backyard of our own hemisphere be supplying another adversary with oil. And that's basically like, okay, well, hold on a second. But what about the drugs? Like, do we have to keep at least a story straight here? They don't know. So it's just...
That was the fishing boats.
It is at least refreshing that they are. Yeah, what the hell do we don't even care about the fishing boats anymore? Why do we blow up all the fishing boats for if we're just going for the oil anyway? I don't know, Ken.
Yeah. Well, but that is Check out Legion Miller's video. Goes a little more depth on how the use of the Monroe Doctrine is problematic because that was also said at a time 1823-ish where we were a baby country that everyone was like whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You guys all settle your thing. And it has a lot to do with what you're saying of like if we attack, if we strong arm everyone else, we'll be safe. And then the conservatives continue to buy that, and maybe everyone buys the hey, we're safe. There's fentanyl off the streets because of this, which is not true. Which is what we got.
Right. Yeah. That's. Yes, we don't have enough time to get into that part of it.
But I have addressed it in some of mine, and I wanted to recommend those channels if you haven't already. Heather Cox Richardson is just it's spectacular, just a wealth of knowledge and history, and kind of bare bones, just kind of not a lot of fluff on her channel. Just her, and she doesn't even have her own house. She doesn't have a studio. She has a house, but her house has no internet, and she has to go up to her friend's house and broadcast from like their kitchen. It's great, but it's important stuff. And Legion Miller's channel as well, and read the books. Read the books. Telly's recommend. I haven't had a chance yet. I don't read much anymore. I think I'm dumber than I used to be 10 years ago. Is that normal?
Unfortunately, yes. I think a lot of us don't want to admit that a lot of us are dumber than we were 10 years ago. But it's safe to say, as a whole, we are absolutely dumber than we were 10 years ago.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
And the more we lean on crutches for our information, like things like AI, like not reading and just assuming everything and reading headlines and stuff like that, which we'll get to later, without understanding sources of information, without sourcing your information, we are absolutely getting dumber.
That's why
Don't ask a journalism student if we're getting dumber. That's depressing.
I just think because I just can't finish books. I have 4 books that I just forgot. I forgot I was reading. Like they have bookmarks in them, and I forgot I was reading them. But that's why, based on what you said, Steve, why we are all getting dumber, and check your headlines. That's why I use Ground News. But Ground News is not a sponsor. I tried to get sponsored by them, and they rejected me. They said I was too small and a piece of shit. But I still use them. I just paid money to them last week to renew for another year, and I highly recommend them. There you go. Laserbolt, who was around. Laserbolt, he's slightly older than us, Steve. Not by a lot. But he's old enough to know how to change his own oil in his car, something I do not know how to do. Laserbolt says, I honestly thought the internet would make the human race smarter. I think there was some hope. That would make some sense. I think with any kind of a burst of new technology, we think, wow, how could this better us? And then it never has.
Both things are true. The internet the internet made us smarter. And then I think somewhere I mean, somewhere either in the between 1997 and 2009, we just started going back down the other way. Like we tapped that resource that we didn't think was a finite resource as far as
this might be the right take.
Yeah,
Sorry, cutting you off a little bit there. I apologize.
Right.
Ingvia, who's never going to let me know how to say it right, says that's social media. So yeah, that probably we need to make a documentary about this.
We know too much about each other, Ken. We know way too much about each other, and that leads to oversharing, misinformation,
but
overload.
Two people I don't know much about are you and Tully.
By design.
You and Tully. Producer Steve and Tully. Code names. Tully's right. Web 1 was beautiful. Web 2 destroyed everything. All right. We're going to play fake headlines in a world of very real headlines. We'll do that here in a second. Where was Detective McCarsell says, I'll explain later in Discord, but the good news that he was talking about earlier is what do you say? Oh, my grandmother is helping me buy my dream car. Wow. That's great. It's also a great advertisement to go and join the Discord through Patreon, so you can get the rest of the story.
That's called a tease, folks.
We also Tully, Tully, you're mysterious. You're absolutely mysterious. Yeah. I know very little about you. We got this from the Obscurus Essays, Malcolm, which means we're halfway to the handlebar mustache. We're halfway there, folks. Hey, Ken and Steve, hope all's well. I'm planning a cross-country move and need some advice about living away from my family the first time, living with a roommate, and adjustment period for both. Oh, let's come back to that. Okay, let's come back. Remember, it's Advice Monday. I love this. I love that. Okay. All right. Everything else do we have?
I'm the product of divorced parents. I did the whole moving from away from parents twice. I got all sorts of traumatic experiences I can unpack
traumatic abandonments.
Oh yeah. No, beautiful. I mean, I love my parents. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Beautiful. Top of the hour, we got some sports. Take your advice calls. We got. You want to know what I can't hide this anymore, Steve. I'm choking on a Greek salad.
You need some tea? I'm drinking tea tonight because I caught the bug this weekend that my entire family has had. So I'm actually not. This is probably the first time I've been sober on this show in a long time.
I told you to give up your kids. I told you to give up your kids and wife. You always be sick. You and my friend Billy sick every week because of your kids.
They are germ carriers.
Cody Hall.
Yeah. Hot tea.
Cody Hall too.
Helps the voice too.
There we go. Oh, I'm going to say if you in chat got your own kind of answers to the advice, go for it there too. Top of the hour sports advice calls. Bad week for me in the NFL. Not for Mike McDaniel yet. We should go to Poly Market. We should go to Cowshe and put some money down, Steve. In just a second, Ken Plume is going to come on here, and we are going to do fake headlines, the game that is sweeping the nation. I do want to tease something. Where did I put that? There it is. All right. I just shot this the other day. It's going to air on the Wangers YouTube channel, but also I think you'll get a version on my Patreon and their Patreon. We're going to collaborate on that. They're launching a new series. It's an old series for them. It's a series that's out there in the world, but it's our take on it. The very first Wanger drive-through with Christian and Ken will be coming very soon. He's editing it because I can't. So there we go. We went out for some breakfast, Steve. Are you excited? Steve?
I'm very excited. I am a sucker for car interviews. I don't like the big one with Jerry Seinfeld, comedians and cars getting coffee necessarily, but like other bits around that. I like to see how people would behave in that natural environment. Like I want to see Christian like flip somebody off or like get angry in traffic or something, or just have like those real kind of moments.
I've got to tell you, he's in control of the edit. Maybe he'll make the long extended Patreon. He yells at someone and there's someone who did a questionable turn.
Yeah, get him some director's cut. That's the stuff we want in there. Yeah.
Our next guest just donated to the Handlebar Mustache Fund. We are $8 away from me on Friday showing up on my shows with a handlebar mustache. It'll be gone by that night, to be clear, because I'm resetting everything. But let's bring him onto the show now. He is the holder of the world's largest collection of panda points. It's Mr. Ken Plume.
Unbelievable. I should just leave. I should just leave right now. Why am I staying for this?
This is,
I'm going to go launch my show, Comedians in Trunks Getting Out.
that.
See how long it takes them.
God, that'd be great. I have a
They have a
long
conversation on the outside of the trunk.
I have a
Hear their
long
frustrations.
list. I have a long list of potential guests for that show. You should launch that.
Well, at least you brought me on a slow news night, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah. We're doing fake headlines on a day, which we wish some of these were fake,
And you're
or we could.
talking history of the internet, and we're not. Let's just have that conversation. Let's just have that conversation at some point.
Well, okay. We'll do a tease of it. You are part of the old internet. I always joke I'm part of the old internet, but I'm part of like 2010 era internet. You're part of like 1999 internet.
I think we've talked about this before, and how certain things corrupted the fan space,
right?
And certain elements did, and also, what I think is ultimately in all of these spaces, when corporate and mainstream influences find a way to co-opt those spaces and utilize those spaces to their end, that is when I think you see the promise and that blue sky thinking about those spaces deteriorate and degrade. And I think that is what we have seen. So social media, I'm not going to paint social media with a horrible brush, because at its start, social media was a positive thing and a connective thing. I think when you suddenly have brands becoming people and speaking as a brand, and like, oh, did you hear what joke Taco Bell made today? That's a problem. That was the point where we should have just shut it all down, but we don't learn that lesson. Also, when you're saying Web 1.0 and 2.0, that's a problem, because the people who were having fun on it or using it in interesting ways or trying to be positive about it at the beginning of those things aren't calling it 1.0, aren't calling it 2.0, aren't iterating it beyond the point where it was. That I think is the issue that we can discuss in full on a lot of different fronts in the future.
There we go.
So
absolutely. Well said. Sean with $2 more for the handlebar. We're $6 away from a handlebar.
So I just did the whole talk about the internet, and if they don't get you to that handlebar by the time we're done with this segment,
well, and I'll tell you what, if we hit it tonight, I'll show up Thursday with it. How about that? Thursday.
You know what? If we double the amount that you're asking for, you're going to finish the shaving of the handlebar mustache live on stream.
Okay. I'll bring a camera into the bathroom.
I want to see you in a reverse mirror trying to get it accurate.
I think it's so funny. Speaking of the old internet, the first, I'll say content I tried to film was on a camcorder in 1995 when I shaved I had this big 3-inch long beard thing going. I was in radio, and I brought my friend over, and we filmed this whole thing, this mini doc of me shaving the beard, tongue in cheek. I have no idea where the footage is. I'd release it.
At that period, you filmed it on VHS, mini DV,
mini DV.
So that tape exists
somewhere. I don't know if I own it or have it. I think my friend who I don't really speak with anymore. There you go. Oh, we did it. Laserbolt put aside his stakes and has hit the goal. Red Dead handlebar is coming. All right, Steve, it's up. Okay, I'm putting a lot of responsibility on Steve right now. Steve, Thursday morning, you have to send me a message in Discord that says, shave it, buddy. All right, so I can remember to do that.
And we got to get to that double goal. We got to get to the live shave. Let's get to that live shave, people.
How could I? Yeah, I guess I could StreamYard through my phone.
Soul patch. You leave a soul patch, and that has to be shaved live.
Well, but with the handlebar, the soul patch, this will stay. This will stay because it balances it out.
That's not a proper handlebar. The handlebar is if you just leave the handlebar.
Yeah, but it's got a balance.
You're doing a trident.
Okay, this is like goatee versus Van Dyke. This is tell you what. We double. If we double, you have to go to shave to a handlebar, and I'll give you the cash. I'm not getting
any of this money.
I'll give you the cash. If we double.
You're a liar.
I'll tell you what. I'll send you panda points, which are not a real thing, unfortunately.
No, Steve has to watch the extended editions of the Lord of the Rings films 3 times in a row.
I just did. Not 3 times in a row, but I just watched them a month ago.
And the extended editions of the Hobbit films.
Wow. Okay. 12 hours of your life, Steve. There we go.
12 days of your life.
what is the second best place to get orange chicken?
Whatever
second-
local place you can find.
Really? No, like, okay, that's what I mean, like chain wise, like, because I know I can go to orange, like
Chain-wise.
it's like McDonald's, right? Like I know I can go into an airport and I know I can get that quality orange chicken at Panda.
Right.
What is the next best? Is there any, like, Cheesecake Factory has orange chicken? Who else?
Yeah, but-
like, is
but
there another
that's not
national chain that's like
That's not
good
as
orange chicken?
ubiquitous as Panda
I know.
Express.
That's why I'm asking you. 'cause I trust
I don't think there is.
Is there?
Okay.
Does
Okay,
Yoshinoya?
so this is just another reason why Panda is as highly regarded as it is.
Well, it's ubiquity. I think it's not as highly regarded. I think it's just as available as it is.
Hold on, I'm checking the menu of Yoshinoya. That's more Japanese.
Surely
though.
there's orange chicken on the Jack in the Box menu. I mean, it has everything else.
We got teriyaki chicken on the Jack in the Box menu.
Have you checked?
Can't be good.
'Cause the Jack in the Box menu is the Cheesecake Factory of fast food.
Yeah. Oh, there's no. Okay, yeah. Yoshinoya just has habanero teriyaki.
Well, I'm
Grilled.
forgetting the name of the. This is fast casual.
Mhm.
The restaurant, not fast casual. Let's sit down. The restaurant chain that has the lettuce wraps. I've been there. I can't believe I
Carl's
can't remember
Jr.?
the name.
Burger King. But PF Chang's is too. You have to sit.
PF Chang's. That's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Down.
But
Okay.
that you got to go sit your ass down.
Yeah,
Order it
yeah,
on
That's
Uber
not,
Eats.
that's not fast food. That's not.
Yeah,
Panda
yeah.
Express.
I'm thinking about what we could. We don't want Plume to get out of his car and spend his Panda points. We want him in the car. Brady says he knows the answer. We'll get that answer
Can't
after
take
this
that
game.
Panda. I can't take the Panda points to other places. I can't show up at a local Chinese restaurant and go.
That's how they
hey,
get you.
I got these Panda
I don't
points.
know.
You want
That's
my
how they
business?
get you. Yeah, that's how they get you. I'm craving some orange chicken these days. All right, so let's
There's
do
a
it.
Panda
This
Express near you. I know.
There is. Absolutely. You know where it is. Let's do it. This is fake headlines, or actually, we haven't determined the actual name of it. Producer Steve came up with it, so maybe you'll name it. But Steve's got 5 headlines. One might be fake. They all might be real. Who knows? Our battle today is Ken on Ken. That's right. We're Knuff, Mika Napzok versus Ken Plume. Steve, do we have a name yet?
I've been calling it real fake headlines.
I like it.
It's not exactly catchy or anything solid, but if someone has something out there that's good or they think they're clever and they want to name the game, shoot it in the comments or on Blue Sky or Discord, and we'll.
And no wordplay out there in chat.
No wordplay.
But I like real fake headlines.
All right. Well,
I used to do this bit. I used to do this
Sucking
bit
all the
called
joy. Sucking
yeah.
all the joy out of a bit. No,
It is.
no fun words. No.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I used to do a bit of like where I'd say like, here's a true fact about me. And this is like 15 years ago on MySpace. And people would be like, but if it's a fact, it's already true. And now we have alternate facts. So I was ahead of the curve.
you were. Wow. You see, man, that's one of those things that we'll never be able to thank Kellyanne Conway enough for the alternative facts. That
There
is
we go.
incredible. Anyway,
All right,
here
let's do it.
we go. Real fake headlines. Headline number 1. I will give you just to go over how the game works. We will give you the headlines. We'll talk about them, and at the end we will reveal what is fake and what is real, and you guys will keep score on your own. Ken, thank you for the music bed. Here we go. Peruvian predictions. A group of Peruvian shaman gathered in Lima last week to perform an annual ritual that included predicting the future. The shamans declared, now this is last Monday, the shamans declared that Donald Trump would remove Maduro from office and that the war in Ukraine will continue in 2026.
Wow.
Fake.
Well, write it down. He's not going to reveal.
Got to write it down.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear the write it down part. There was no request, no notice that I had to have stuff with me.
You've been watching.
This is
Last
why I
week,
wanted-
Watch this.
last week you were in chat saying I got dibs on next, and now you're here.
Yeah.
But I say that about every segment you do every week. I'm not paying attention to them. Okay, I got a note card.
All right. Okay,
All right,
here we go.
all right.
y'all-
Peruvian
we got time for
shamans.
number 2.
Peruvian shamans. Okay.
I'll throw you
We'll
off.
repeat
Real.
them.
There.
We'll,
we don't.
we'll print again. Here we go. Headline number 2. I'm not sure the kids are going to be all right. A recent report from the University of Michigan revealed, according to data from DraftKings and FanDuel and some other online betting sites that allowed their data to be available, a number of wagers involving 6, 7, and 67 have spiked dramatically since the summer of 2025, and have odds makers in Vegas considering the meme's impact when making game lines and betting predictions.
Wow, okay. The kids aren't all right. 6'7" taking over betting. Okay, got it. Okay.
Alrighty. Your third headline. You must be this tall to melt on this road. The small town of Sugar Hill, New Hampshire is going viral for a reminder sent to residents last month about making sure that snowmen placed within 5 feet of the roadway do not exceed 5 feet in height. Local officials say this is a somewhat recent measure or study that was done to improve safety concerns about pedestrian injuries when there's a lot of snow on the ground, when snow is getting cleared. This is a snowmen must be this tall to ride this ride.
Wow. I think I'm at a disadvantage living in Burbank for that one.
Yeah, you don't have like snow, or you don't have like experience with snow ordinances and all this kind of stuff. Like we really have to come together as a village for snow shit like that. You know what I mean? You got to dig out the old neighbor across the street, stuff like that.
Okay.
Alrighty, here we go. Headline number 4: Surfing in the Federal Republic of Germany, set to the tune of Surfing in the USA. Germans in Frankfurt are up in arms and hang loose signs as a local surf spot popular for holiday shredding was shut down by the man. The landmark surf location in a public park ceased to exist after officials who were doing routine maintenance work knocked loose sediment buildup and cleared the bottleneck that created the popular wave.
Wow. If any of these are false, they're some of your best work. All right.
He's tricky.
He's really good.
I'll say them all again when we go.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give them a quick rundown again when we go through them again. But yeah, I don't want to just keep repeating them a million times. Here we go. Last one. Last headline.
Like the Micro Machines guy.
Yeah.
Last headline. All dogs go to heaven, or at least come back down. A New York Pomeranian, it's a hard one to say, and its owner are recovering from a traumatic temporary manhole malfunction after the 3-year-old dog was launched over 10 feet into the air after a temporary manhole cover burst as a result of a pressure buildup. The owner and a passerby managed to break the dog's fall, preventing any serious injury.
Just listening to Steve's fanfic now. Said this in the New Yorker.
Yeah. That's horrific, but that's also hilarious.
And that's going to be stuck in your head every time you take a walk with Franny now.
Yes. I'm always on guard. We just went for one today. Like I'm
always
always on guard. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do final. All right. We got Peruvian shaman. I know Steve's gonna go over it. Kids and a snowman. All right, Steve, take us through it again.
Ready? All right. Here we go. So we'll reveal your answers this time. Headline number 1: The Peruvian predictions. Group of Peruvian shaman gathered in Lima last week to perform annual rituals that included predicting the future. They declared that Donald Trump would remove Maduro from office and that the war in Ukraine will continue in 2026. Ken Napzok, what did you say?
I just switched. I'm saying false. Saying false.
Okay. Plume?
Listen, I brought that on myself. False, but you were tricky about it.
Okay.
False.
I like how you guys,
because it's mostly
everyone
true.
Always throws in these little. Oh, you did this. You did the mostly true
but
thing.
you changed what the actual predictions were.
Okay. I appreciate the level of insight. For the record, for the game, for everyone who's out there, I really don't do that. I either take a real story or I just make up a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay,
well,
so I can assure you on that one.
But okay,
I have sources for all of my real stories.
Okay,
this is a real headline.
Damn it,
this happened.
See, now the reason I said false and viewed you as tricky was that the dispensation of Maduro was that he would be stepping down or not be empowered, not specifically that Trump would be removing him. Right. So adding that extra detail is the thing that made me say false, thinking that you were being tricky.
Understood.
Games aside, which, I trust what Steve's saying about how he puts these together.
Look at that smile. How can you trust him now?
I know. But I agree with what Plume is saying, and even I think Tully in chat said, hey, look, that not a hard prediction to make, but it was the detail of it. Scott Galloway at the end of December literally said, I think my prediction for 2026 is Madeira will be removed. But he admitted not by the means, the way it happened. So that's where I was like, these shamans might have been close, but not that close. But I was wrong.
All right, you're both 0-1 to start. All right,
Okay.
Here we go. Headline number 2. I'm not sure the kids are going to be all right. This is the one about a report from the University of Michigan that says, according to data from DraftKings and FanDuel, that the number of wagers involving 6, 7, or 67 have spiked dramatically since last summer, and this has odds makers in Vegas considering the meme's impact when making game lines and betting predictions. Ken Napzok, what was your prediction? Or what was your answer?
Yeah, I said false. I said in my head, I'm like, this sounds good, but this sounds like a great joke, and I don't believe it.
Plume.
I said true because I think this is just as ridiculous a thing as odds makers would do to try and game their own system to make sure that they were predicting what predictions people would try and make. So I went with true.
I'm so glad I got you guys to split on this one. This is a false headline.
Yeah, okay. All right. Tough. That's good. This is some of your best work. Some of your best work.
Thank you.
Because
why did you sound upset? You got it right.
No,
I won.
The answer is we need a dedicated button for after the answers go off. That's the thing. This is a radio show, right? We need a button or something like that. But anyway, here we go.
I only got
headline.
One. Okay.
It's okay. I know.
Well, I can figure it out. You give me some producer notes afterwards, Steve. All right, number 3.
It's the Ringo peace and love thing whenever you get one right.
The problem is,
it
it's
sounds
the
like
same.
he's in the room with you.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
It's so distant behind the background music.
It's
different tracks and everything.
Different tracks,
it's a whole thing. Yeah. All right. So on to headline number 3. Napzok is ahead 1-0. Headline number 3. You must be this tall to melt on this road. Small town of Sugar Hill, New Hampshire is going viral for a reminder sent to residents last month about making sure snowmen placed within 5 feet of the road do not exceed 5 feet in height. Local officials say this somewhat recent measure is a safety concern and can cut down on incidents of pedestrian injury. Napzok, true or false?
I mean, again, I've been around snow a lot and been around snowplows in my childhood up in Green Valley Lake in Big Bear, California, in the mountains. But I'm like, this is true to me. Like, it just seems like it's something that would, like, oh, did you build a 6-foot snowman? Well, it caused an accident. Dope. Like, it just seems like something in a township, because I know you all live in townships and burgs,
villages
out there, villages. Seems I would true.
All right, Napzok goes true. Plume, true or false?
This seems like the kind of thing that small people in small towns would do to suck the joy out of something. So I'm going to go with true.
That's an excellent point.
All right, well, we are all bringing down Middle America together. That is a fake headline.
Wow. Look at us. Look at us and our feelings
But
of
now,
small town people.
Steve, you've put that out there. Someone on a city council right now is looking at that going, he's got ideas.
Yeah, I just was making it like I was just imagining like little kids like hiding in a snowman, just getting hit by like a Toyota Tundra or something. Like, let's maybe make sure.
I didn't go to that point. I thought it was like a snowman falling into a walkway. You talked about the sidewalks in the fake headline.
Yeah.
I thought it was blocking a roadway, not killing small children.
5 feet. No, it was saying make sure your snowmen are not placed within 5 feet of the place that are within 5 feet of the road do not exceed 5 feet in height.
You could
make sure your snowmen are nice and little.
You could probably run on that platform in a local city council and win, Steve.
I could probably run for a lot of things in a local city council and win. Ken, look at this hair.
Yeah.
Come on.
JMB says hamlets. Yeah, can we make a rule that it's states, cities, towns, that's it. No hamlets, no commonwealths, none of this stuff.
Whoa! Hey! Don't you talk bad about my Commonwealth. Hey, we still
no districts of Columbia.
I think if shit really goes to hell, I think we still owe some kind of allegiance to the Queen, even though she's dead or something. I don't know. I think in some weird like way down trickle down scenario, we still fight for England for something. I don't know.
I think you better find out before it happens, so you know what's coming.
All right, number 4.
All right, number 4. So after going on to headline number 4, Napzok is still up 1-0. Surfing in the Federal Republic of Germany. Germans in Frankfurt are up in arms, and Hang Loose Signs is a local surf spot popular for holiday shredding was shut down by the man. The landmark surf location in a public park ceased to exist after officials who were doing routine maintenance work knocked loose sediment buildup, which cleared the bottleneck that created the popular wave. Ken Napzok, true or false?
I went true because if this is false, we need to get you writing in the TV world of pictures. The details, using the word sediment, like there's a lot of things in here. I went true.
Good word. Plume.
I'm going to go true. It seems ridiculous, but you can't be trusted now. So I almost feel like spilling from Ken just to see what happens, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that.
Well, you are both on the board because that is a real headline.
Woo! There we go.
I saw a picture of it too. It was pretty funny.
I'm curious. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. So Ken Napzok is up 2-1 going into the last question. We do not have a way to do a tiebreaker. There's no budget behind this game. So if you get it tied at 2-2, then congratulations. You both get a pat on the back.
Okay.
Final headline. All dogs go to heaven or come back down. A New York Pomeranian and its owner are recovering from a traumatic manhole malfunction after the 3-year-old dog was launched over 10 feet into the air after a temporary manhole cover burst as a result of a pressure buildup. The owner and a near passerby managed to break the dog's fall, preventing any serious injury. Napzok.
This is possible. I know some folks who have like fallen through like on the streets of New York City, some of the coverings and stuff in that. And I feel I can't have this be true because of this poor doggy. I'm going false.
Why are you having to break the fall of a Pomeranian? You just catch the Pomeranian. It's not like
You hear that, Franny?
It's not like Marmaduke.
Not everyone has the best hands.
It's not a Great Dane that got launched that you need to worry about breaking the fall. You just gotta catch it.
Yeah.
How many dogs have you caught? They're like legs and paws.
I mean, to be fair, like if a manhole cover, Paris forbid, never happened. Don't even want to contemplate it. But I'm doing so right now. Should launch Franny, I would be more worried that Franny would just go into orbit. Like that would break the pull of gravity if it was launched significantly enough.
Would you say the story, Steve? 10 feet into the air?
10 feet. It says 10 feet in there. And it says a temporary manhole cover. So I'm not imagining like one of those giant metal like circle things. I'm imagining like a little piece of like I thought this was more of like a Marilyn Monroe situation, right? Where it's like there's like the little flaps kind of look, the dog got flown up, but it's just a little. It says it was in New York.
Okay, so it's in Manhattan. I've seen the steam coming up in Manhattan, and I've seen the sort of buildup you can get. Manhole cover it could mean anything that was placed over something that. So I'm going to say true. I'm going to go true with it.
Okay. We break here. I say false.
But you said false really because you don't want it to be true.
Yeah. Poor little doggy just dogging along, and all of a sudden, pew!
Now, if the guy would have been fine. You would have been fine
and
if
our
the guy
final
was launched.
Score. Ken Napzok wins 3-1. That is a fake headline.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seriously concerned about you, Steve.
I tell you, it's great. Especially, I'll tell you why now that I know it's false, Steve. The fact that you chose Pomeranian and you can't really say it, that you stumble, you're like, oh, like I was like, wow, he went all out to put in a word that he doesn't really know.
So the way that I build these is like for the real stories, I find the stories, right? So I have a source of the story. I write the headlines and the stories myself, even the real ones. I still write the story itself, but just based on the actual information of the story. So it's still a real thing. It still really happened.
So you wrote the first one incorrectly when it came to what the predictions were.
Yeah.
If I misspoke, I apologize. But yes, that was all my.
I'm having severe trust issues with all of this right now.
That's fair.
Plume doesn't trust the news.
You shouldn't. This is exactly why.
No.
This is
specifically.
Folks,
I don't trust
Steve
Steve delivering the news.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. All right. I won nothing. I won a Blathering no prize, but a lot of fun doing this.
I'm fine with the idea that Ken won, so I'm just going to take that as a win for Ken's everywhere.
We get to see the handlebar mustache, so we all win.
Yeah, we all win. Mr. Plume, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. But tell the folks not only where they can find you, but what is coming up next in terms of interviews or what is out there.
There are a ton of interviews that have been added recently to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ken Plume, and my Patreon. You can always go there, patreon.com/Ken Plume. And there's a lot of vault stuff that's coming up that I'm pulling out. Probably one with Sean Astin that I did back in 2002. Big sort of 50, 60 page in-depth interview with him that is coming out of the vault. There's an Ian McKellen one that's up there already that people can go read. Andy Serkis, I think I had already put that one up there. I think that's available. If it's not, it's going to be coming soon. So a lot of fun ones
check it out.
coming. So please check it out. That'd be nice. That'd be swell.
That'd
Thank
be
you.
nice. Just $1 gets you.
We're launching Web 3.0 tonight.
Web 3.0. All right. Thank you, Mr. Plume. I'll probably most certainly see you later at Panda Express.
You liar.
Let's take a quick call here for Brady. We'll do some sports. Oh, Sean's also in here as well. Brady says he's got the answer to our question about what is the second best place to get orange chicken. Brady, how are you doing, buddy? Brady, what happened to you, Brady? Brady, did you drink too much on the bus? Brady,
Are you driving the bus?
Brady,
Just don't do that.
All right, we'll bring him back. He can show up in chat. Let's take a call from Sean. Sean, I got to ask you, buddy. Number one, are you there? Two, would you have caught that Pomeranian if it happened in Long Island?
Sure.
Sure. I got it.
At least he's confident.
Yeah, I trust Sean to catch my dog. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for the generous super chat. Much love to the memory and legacy of your friend Ryan. And what's on your mind tonight, man?
So, my kid is way smarter than I am.
That's a good plan.
She's getting scholarship offers all over the place. Now, I've told her, her mother's told her, hey, go where you want to go.
Great.
Near, far. Who's giving you the most money?
Great.
Now, seeing as you don't have a child yourself, Ken, but, producer Steve, you got a wee one. You got some years to think about it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What would you say to her?
Well, I would. Yeah. First of all, you've told her the right thing, right? Go where you want to go. And it seems like I don't doubt that the McCabe family has strong bonds. So, she's not necessarily trying to run away from the folks and head across country. So local is fine too. I do feel though, if this is big time college stuff, but I always say so those who are considering a junior college or something and stay in town, don't rush out if you don't have to.
Well, if Woodbury gave her a scholarship.
Right. Well, yeah, close to you, right?
It's close to you. I have no idea where the hell Woodbury is.
Oh, Woodbury. Yeah. I actually do know where that is. Very close. Yeah, so that's what I would say. Go chase, but also don't feel like you have to run if you still want to put roots here close. Steve, your advice.
Go where the money is. If they're going to, this shit's expensive, dude. If they're going to pay for it, take them up on it because that's, yeah. Especially if you're
right,
fortunate enough to get a scholarship, it's so expensive now. It's a hell of a lot more expensive even than when I went to school 15 years ago. It is, if you're fortunate to get the scholarships, do that because they are going to nickel and dime you for all 4.5 years if you're me.
Yeah, this is true. All right.
It's a very specific class of New York City college student, one that stays here and lives at home with mom and dad, and the others that take the scholarships in Burbank and, stay out there and learn the California life for a couple of years. Exactly. Get out there and do it.
Well, and Lazy World says it's also important that they know they can always have a home they can come back to. Yeah, and that there isn't this get out, fly bird or crash, sink or swim. And I have no doubt, Sean, that that's how you kind of have your philosophy is full support. So that's great to hear. She's going to do well wherever she goes.
It is, man. It's exciting, because even as a dad of 17 years, every day is a new day.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see all the accomplishments and the successes that she's had already.
That's sounds. I don't have experience here, Steve. Sounds like a good parent right there. You?
It sure does. I mean, I'm a big advocate for go out and experience the world. Go to college somewhere that you're not familiar with. Go study for 4 years with people that you don't know. Live different experiences, live different lives than you, so you can learn from them.
Listen, the Bronx might as well be another country to my kid right now.
That's true.
Right, but so is a college in Nowheresville, Virginia, like where I went to school, right? From someone who grew up in all over the place.
Yeah.
So, but the intersection of all the sorts of different people who go to college is that's one of the most underrated things about the experience, and it goes by so fast. So don't worry about like, oh, if I go to a different area for school for a few years, I'm never going to see anyone anymore. It goes by like that.
Yeah.
So you'll be right back if you want to go back home after school and put your roots down in the same place that you grew up. That's
well said.
There's no reason why you can't.
Well said. Great question, Sean. I appreciate it, man. What's that?
No, it's always good to talk to you guys, and I always appreciate your input and output.
What? And Alan Smithy says, become a punk rocker. The only advice you need. Sean, thank you so much. Give my best to yours, you and yours out there. Okay.
Right on, guys. All the best.
All right, Sean. There, I appreciate that. We don't want to forget these here. So we got these super chats. We'll get to James's. He went to bed. All right. So you had some thoughts on this. This is again from Malcolm saying, "Hey Ken and Steve, hope all is well. I'm planning a cross country move. Need some advice about living away from my family for the first time, living with a roommate, and the adjustment period for both. Is this Sean's daughter?" Great question. Moving across country, moving down the streets hard. Steve, you reacted to this. What do you got?
Yeah, no, same thing. Go wherever the money. Whoever gives you the money, go wherever that is. But no, the regular contact with the family is important when you move away. I've done all this several times. Been the only person in my family living in a state, stuff like that. The regular contact is good, but still, that using the opportunity to branch out a little bit and kind of like thinking of it as an experience to grow like your own chapter of your life and your own life experience that is different from your families and your friends and the comfort zone that you've kind of lived till now, whether that's college or you're just moving cross country because you got a new job or whatever, right? And everyone has different family dynamics about how often they see each other, or, what is far, what is long. To some folks 2 hours might be really far. To some folks 2 hours might be, oh, that's great. You know what I mean? So I think, and then with the roommate dynamic, the best advice I can give you for being a good roommate is, okay, actually, as soon as I started thinking about this to say this out loud, I was like, wait a minute, Steve, that might sound really dumb and insensitive, but roll with me here on this. Do you trust me, Ken?
I trust you.
Okay. If you just imagine that you always want to sleep with your roommate, you'll be a better roommate.
Okay. Explain how.
You don't have to have that actual intention, or you don't have to, like, for the love of God, don't have that actual, like, be a civilized human being. But, like, you clean up after yourself, right? If you're trying to get laid, you're going to clean up after yourself. You're going to be nice. You're going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, that's genius.
That's all, right? And if you really don't like the person, we've all kind of been there too, right? Like, it still could be. So just kind of like, I don't know. That's a way could be a way to cope with that issue if you have that. But that's my advice for adjusting to roommate life.
I actually really agree with that sentiment. I wouldn't phrase it so eloquently as try to fuck them, but
that's why I added qualifiers.
But it is true until maybe you move in with them and you're married or with them for a long time. But yes, the putting on not just airs, but being aware of other people's space. And I've had in my time with roommates, I've had great roommates, and then I've had I think I told y'all one who I just would never get the mail, and I put the mail in front of his room, and it literally became a pile of mail he had to step over to get in his room, and he never picked it up. There's that kind of stuff too. So. And I still love him dearly. It was an episode character, but it is what it is. So, yeah, that's great. I like that idea. And you said something, Steve, in talking to Sean about, hey, it goes fast. So, Malcolm, I don't know the full context frame of reference of age, so I don't want to assume I'm talking to someone young when you could be experiencing this all for the first time a little bit older. But one thing... I moved to LA in 1998, had 3 other roommates. We shared a 3-bedroom. So me and one roommate shared like the master bedroom. So my one bit of advice is if you're going to leave work early because they let you out early, let your roommate know so that you don't walk on them with something in their hand and a napkin. Just give them a warning that you're coming home. One of my seminal moments in my life. Anyways, but it went so fast, and I spent too much, perhaps too long in terms of years, so kind of shocked that I had moved, and it was fun, and I was glad I wanted to do this. I wanted to go to LA, but you know that feeling of just like you it's a shock to your system, so you got something new going on. But I remember kind of being like I don't have my footing yet. I don't have my footing. Oh my gosh, I'm living on my own. Do I go to the grocery store by myself? Oh, then something like 3 years had passed, and I missed out on a lot of fun. Sometimes I look back. I'll even drive. And I've talked about it on my shows before. I'll drive by my old apartments just for a little nostalgia. But sometimes I'm like, man, I drove by one the other day, a house. There was where I lived in my house for like 5 years. There was like coffee shops and restaurants and stuff that I'm like, oh, I would have gone to that if I had felt like if I believed I was doing this. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And especially
absolutely.
So if you do something big cross country, it's a big leap and it's going to be a shock to your system. And it's going to go so fast that you're going to find your new normal, but know that you're doing it. Know that your needs are being met, your feet are on the ground, and go experience the things around you that are there to experience. That's the one regret I have. Actually, among many, but that.
It's good. See, look, that Advice Monday turned out well. We
I like it.
Advice Monday out there.
Love it. All right, we'll answer James's fight question here again, and then we'll get Brady on. We'll do some sports, and I got to check before we go into the sports segment to see if Mike McDaniel still has a job. I think he's going to be kept.
I think he's fine.
Especially if they're interviewing one of the guys from the Niners, which of course Mike spent a lot of time. That could work well. All right.
Okay, we'll get that in sports. I have
we'll get that in sports.
Specific question for you.
Steve, if you and I were to be fighting zombie Elvis in the place of his death, the bathroom, and the toilet is unflushed. James, I don't know about that one. So holy water balloons. We've got holy water balloons which stun Elvis for 5 seconds. Nose plugs, but that's our only weapon. Is holy water balloons, and Elvis is a zombie. Who would win? Or better yet, how do we win?
Okay. So we got to hope this is a big bathroom because 3 adult men, one of which is Elvis, at his demise.
At his biggest, probably. Yeah.
Right. I mean, so I'm hoping, but it's Elvis, so he probably had a big bathroom, right? The king has a big throne,
he probably had a big one. Laserbolt just says, you guys are dead. Black belt zombie Elvis would destroy you guys.
So here's the thing. Zombies are more of like is
it a slow-moving
mentality.
Zombie? Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know. Yeah. But zombies about numbers, right? It's like overwhelming you kind of thing, right? So one zombie, holy water balloons. I didn't think holy water affected. I didn't think that was like a specialty against zombies. If it's not a vampire, I didn't know that worked. But hey, if he's making the rules and we get a 5-second stun, holy water grenades or water balloons indicates we have more than one. So here's my quick strategy: stun the zombie with one holy water balloon. And then we attempt to suffocate him with the other holy water balloon while he's stunned.
Oh, I was gonna. That's a great strategy. I was gonna add that maybe we also try to put zombie Elvis in the used toilet.
Oh, that works too. Give him a
swirly.
Give him a swirly, yeah, and then okay, stun him so he's knocked out for 5 seconds. Get his head in the toilet. Close the little lid, and then we both sit on the lid, like back to back. So that he can't get up.
We're squishing all of Elvis into the toilet or just his head?
No, just his head. His head.
All right.
Yeah, so he drowns.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go, Laserbolt. We won.
I think that's how we do it.
I think that's how we win.
Nailed it.
Thank you, James.
I mean, those stunning holy water grenades are a little OP, but hey, we work with the tools we were given.
There we go. Thank you, James, for the generous super chat and making the handlebar mustache come true. Also, Tully put this out. This is exactly what I was talking about, which sounds like I'm like calling out Tully for something. I understand what Tully's saying. Tully says, my first semester, I didn't leave my dorm for anything but classes for 2 weeks because I was nervous. I 100% understand that. I spent my first year in LA going to work, and that was it. And I started slowly, ended up going to the groundlings, all that kind of stuff. But like I was home afraid that I was living on my own. And it's understandable. No shame to Tully, no shame to myself. But if you overcome that a little early, Malcolm, if you put your feet on the ground and accept, this is where I'm at, I did this, it's a bold move, I think you'll adjust faster.
Good advice.
There you go. This is either Scott or Sam over at Hollywood Producers React. Check out Hollywood Producers React. I was on there going to Jolly Bee. We got to get Scott and Sam on to do the headlines game. That would be a lot of fun. And there was an interview. I have to check with Scott. Scott, is the interview out that we did? I don't know. Anyway, Scott says, oh, man, I definitely had a very similar situation when I moved to L.A. nearly 25 years ago now, about the same as me. Lots of roommates, but eventually learned to walk on my own out here. Yeah, totally is a real thing. All right, speaking of walking on his own, let's try again. See if Brady is ready for his moment in the sun. Brady. Scott says it's coming very soon. Brady, where do we get orange chicken if Panda Express is closed?
Hello, you get it at Panda Inn, their other restaurant.
What?
Yep.
There's another
Wait.
Panda Express?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Googling this.
Hold the phone. There's something. I'm Googling too. Panda Inn.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's right.
Yeah.
It's just
The
it's just
closest
goofy
one.
Panda Express.
Okay. What? There's a Glendale location? Oh, this looks nice. Brady, let's go eat here.
Oh, this does
I'm
look
down.
nice.
It's a sit down.
Hold on.
It's a go in. Oh, I know that Glendale one. Well, there's one in Ontario that has a pagoda. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Brady, I'm going to check the Glendale. Look, I could go here tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Beef and pork, orange chicken. Okay.
This looks delicious.
Scott, Hollywood Producers React. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go to Panda Inn. We're giving you gold content here. Look at that. Oh, Steve. Yeah, thank you. There it is. A little Ontario one. It's like got a thing. Looks like a castle.
Yeah, that's so
Looks like
neat.
Okay.
It is. It's just fancy Panda Express.
This is
Wow, the
fantastic.
Panda family. Okay, there's also the
Panda
there's the
family.
restaurant group. Wasabi.
What other secrets are going on here? Okay, now I will say this. I will say this
There's a Panda Empire we didn't know about.
Ken Plume knew about it. Wasabi at City Walk. We can go up to City Walk and pay $40 for parking. Hibachi-san. I'm very comfortable saying that as a white person. I don't know about that.
Fine, man. That was a good pronunciation.
This is great, Brady. This is why. Now, look. I will say, this is not exactly drive-through, but I'm accepting your answer because this looks like a win. This looks like a big win.
Hey, I got another answer to satisfy the fast food requirement. There's
Okay.
another place called Tiger Walk. They got good orange chicken right there.
Tiger. Hold on. You said Tiger Walk?
Tiger Walk.
Okay. Again, I'm comfortable saying these things as a white man.
Yeah, is it spelled like the rapper or like the animal?
Yeah, it's the look of the rapper.
Well, I don't know how the rapper spells it. Oh, I hear.
No,
There's one
with a Y. It's with a. He's supposed to with a Y. It's with an. I think the restaurant's with an I.
Never mind.
I got TIGA Tiger
Yeah,
Walk.
that's
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
There's one in Burbank.
Yep, I went to that
damn it.
one.
See, I've got to take my own lessons and get outside of my house.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
come on, Ken.
Okay, hold. Yeah, see, but this is what I'm worried about. Here, look. Let me show you this, Ken.
Okay.
Welcome to our mini bowls. It says.
I don't
And you know what
about
this means? This
What
is
is it?
this is the smash burgerification of Chinese
Oh.
food. Mini bowls. This is just the excuse they have for we don't want to give you a whole giant plate of orange chicken. We don't want to give you a big giant burger. We're going to give you 2 little smash burgers, put a piece of cheese in there so that we can sell you a quarter pounder of cheese for the
Right.
price of or sell you a McDouble for the price of a quarter pounder of cheese.
Hey, Steve, we already invented
Yeah.
dim sum. That's we already invented dim sum for that.
It's dim sum. Yeah, dim sum.
Well, you're not.
Meat
Don't bring it to my American oversized portions. Damn it! Like, come on.
I do like Plume calling it meat flight, but that also is kind of that what is the was it Fuka de Chow or whatever the one Fuka
Yes,
what, how do you,
Fogo de
yeah.
Chao.
Fogo
Yeah,
de Chao.
Another
Chao.
thing that I'm a little uncomfortable saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they just give you
Yeah.
meat and they slice it with like a sword, and then you just have a sign that's like
Yeah.
green or red. So it's like keep bringing me meat, or red for stop. I don't think I've ever seen an actual red marker at Fogo.
Yeah.
Everyone's table is just always green.
Always green. Yeah, it's a thing. Brady, this is great information. You kind of rocked my world. Now I have a place to head to. I like that Pasadena one. Looks classy. That looks. Steve, can you bring that back up on the Panda Inn one?
Yeah.
That one just looks like Though I do understand Tully's sentiment here. Tully says if it's not overstuffed in a styrofoam box, it doesn't count. Brady's gone. Brady hung up the phone. I must have said something offensive.
Did you say something inappropriate? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, keep scrolling. That one. Look at that Pasadena one. Look at that. Oh, Brady's back. Okay. Let's get Brady back in. Yeah. I can reserve now. I can reserve my seats at the Panda Inn. Look at that.
Yeah, you can.
Look, Steve, I'm never going to date again. I've retired from romance. But
okay.
if I was to have a date, I'd consider the Panda Inn, even though it's a chain restaurant. Ken Plume says Panda Inn only exists in California. I've told you all.
Yeah.
Told you all. This is the best time zone.
Yeah, I wish Panda Inn was around during my California Pizza Kitchen days.
There you
That's
go.
for sure.
Brady, thank you for that information. Do you have any other questions, advice? How you doing? Where we going?
Oh yeah. So the question I had for this advice Monday was that in the year of 2026, I'm turning an age that looks a little bit too real. So,
Okay.
got any advice? Anything I should do before I turn 30?
I drink more in Burbank, which you are working hard on. Look, here's the thing for you is you're doing such great things in terms of your education journey, and it feels like you put a lot of effort into it, and you're not at the finish line yet. But your 30 is so young. The 30s are young. The 40s are young. This is where we are now. That you have done the hard work that you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor very soon here, and look forward to that. Much like the advice about moving, feet on the ground. Don't get overwhelmed by the number. It's a big. It is. Society puts a lot of pressure on these big numbers, and it's a big number. A lot does start to change, including your body. Get ready for some more aches, but enjoy what's coming.
All right. Well, good thing I have a couple more years before that. But I've already feel
A couple
anxious
more
on
years.
campus.
I thought you said you were just turning 30. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I thought you
No.
said this
I
year
thought
or
you
next
just
year.
said you were just
No.
turning 30.
I said, what should I do in these next? Oh, I didn't say that exactly, but I should have said in these next couple of years before I turn 30.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, but even a couple years seems 2027. What's happening?
He's scheduling a crisis, Ken.
He's scheduling a crisis.
Hey, that's what we do this generation.
You're right. You're right.
God damn.
You're still in your quarter life crisis. Get over that.
Oh,
Brady,
yeah.
but you're doing good, man. You're doing good, man. And you're such a sweetheart. And you're
thank you.
and by the way, I know what happened with the drink situation at Barney's. I actually figured out what happened.
Oh.
The drink was paid for. You're good to go.
Oh.
Did we think Brady stole something?
Yes, we thought Brady and Eli got away with not paying for their beverages. Turned out, and by the way, we encouraged it, Steve, here on the show. But turns out, nope, the bill was taken care of.
Oh, I get it now.
Who was the pretty lady that bought Eli and Brady drinks?
I cannot tell.
Don't know.
Cannot tell.
The prettiest of ladies.
There you go.
Noble man.
So there you go. Brady, thank you, my friend.
And thank you.
All right, I'll meet you at Panda Inn. We're gonna get to sports, but first,
I'm so jealous.
Come on. I'm sure you got
so
something
good.
local. Tully says, enjoy your needs while you still have them. We're gonna get to sports. But let's take a call from Detective McCarcel. Detective McCarcel, welcome, Michael, to Advice Monday. What's on your mind? What do you need help with?
Hey. Well, I posted the gist of it earlier, but accepting large-scale generosity like this is, I'm genuinely having trouble like processing that it's happening.
Yeah. Here. So to set the context for those who are just joining, Michael, who's working hard, he has a job. He's going to school. He's studying for finals. He's struggling to make ends meet like all of us, but he's putting in the effort to build his future. Gets an opportunity, a car with his, you said grandmother, Michael?
Yeah.
She's going to help him get this dream car. And it's not just about us a dream car. Like, oh, I got a Porsche. Like, you're getting a car.
Yeah.
In this past year, I have struggled mightily, not just financially, but just with the changes in my life. I'm not the only one. I have a couple friends been in the same boat, and look around the country. A lot of people are too as well. From super chats here from you all to some generous donations behind the scenes to some people out and out going in my life going, hey, here's some money to get you back up on your feet. I have been blessed this year, including my folks. And I sometimes give my folks a hard time for some of our perceived political differences and everything, but they're good folks, and I'm very honored to have them. They were very helpful this year and have been helpful in the past. Actually, my car is theirs because my car got totaled a couple years ago, and they had said, hey, you know what? We're going to get ourselves a car. You take this Nissan Rogue. There you go. It is very normal, Michael, to be like, I'm not worthy. This is too much. I don't deserve this. All those things are normal, so don't beat yourself up for it. I'm being serious here on a jokey show. But the second thing is accept it because it is an honoring of them. You're worthy of it, and they're in a position to help, and they're wanting to do it. To take another angle, again, it's all real to struggle on the inside with it, but to push it too far, it's almost like self-loathing. I love self-loathing. It's a great form of comedy for me. But sometimes if you're like, oh, I suck, I'm putting the onus on Steve to go, no, you don't. No, you don't. And then it becomes this weird game. If you are worthy. And stop there. You can have the natural reaction to it because they want to help you, and you're honoring their help.
Yeah,
you're worthy,
for sure.
Buddy.
And not to make it sound like she's going all crazy out. It's not like I'm having to do nothing for it. I have money tucked away that was for an emergency situation. Would have liked to leave it where it was, but
yeah, my
car that I have now is costing more to keep running than it's even worth. It's a 2013, so it's just not doing great. Yeah. But I was able to at least I have enough to put down a reasonable down payment, and I asked her for help, and she said, I'll just match your down payment. So
lovely.
I'll still have a note, but it's a note that's more than doable, even with my part-time work schedule, considering I'm again, like you said, I'm still in school. So but it's something that, and I haven't, because like a lot of people in my generation, my credit isn't great, and this is being able to do this is going to in large part fix my credit. Like it's
absolutely,
it's like you said, I got to accept that I'm worthy of it, but it's and I've received big help. Like in the last few years, I've mentioned before, I live with my mom right now, and I wouldn't be able to get by without her. So like, but this is, aside from that, this is the biggest help I've ever received in my life.
It could be daunting.
It's
flabbergasted
to say the least.
Yeah, no, it's a good feeling too. Trust me, I've over my lifetime received help in certain times that has caused me to burst out in tears because it's wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling, but it's almost a form of survivor's guilt to me. Like, why me? Why not others? Why not that? Why not? Or why can't? Why am I in this position? I should have treated my life better, made better decisions, and that's sometimes capitalism talking. That's sometimes the thing there. But I'm so happy for you, Michael. You deserve it, my friend. Take it, accept it, open up your arms, and embrace the love.
Hell yeah. Taking him for a test drive tomorrow, so we'll see.
All right, post some pictures in Discord, okay, buddy?
All right, take care, guys.
All right, and drive safely. Goddamn, 10 and 2. Don't call into the show or Force Center, unless I think Ethan said it there. Ethan, I saw. Where'd you say? Yeah, it does have a Bluetooth to call into the show. We're gonna talk sports, but as Vetnik, Ethan reminds us, shout out to Professor Addie. It's her birthday. She'll catch up later. We appreciate her in ways we can't even say. Her science segments, her presence, and happy birthday to you, Addie. And the best is yet to come for her, a key part of our community. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Feliz B-Day, Addie says. All right, quickly, before we get out of here, there's no Monday Night Football tonight, huh?
The season is over, Ken. Sunday Night Football was our last game of the regular season.
What a game. What a game. Quick look at sports. Steve, my final regular season week of NFL picks, I came in 38-48. I come out of the week with 38 wins and 53 losses.
On the regular season, 38-53. not the best down the stretch. What's crazy is you started hot, man. You were like 5-6 games consistently over 500 for a while.
Yeah.
And then the last 5 weeks of the season just took you to the woodshed. But you got every week there was one game where Vegas got you on points too. So
I hate
this week
Vegas.
It was 2.
I love Vegas. So I took the Bucks. That didn't happen.
The Bucks screws you. And then the Niners, I think also. Oh, no, that one wasn't close. Steelers were plus 3.5. You took them, and they only won by 3. So
they won by 2.
Oh no, they won by 2. They were plus 3.5. You won that game. We miscounted that. You won that game then, Ken. If you took the Steelers
all right.
won by.
They won by 2.
Did we miss?
Yeah, because the extra point got missed, and then the field goal got missed.
All right, correction, folks.
39
and 52. Hey man, nothing like finding money under the couch, or finding out that the couch, you're in less debt to the couch than you were before, at least.
That's my regular season. We'll do a playoff picks on Thursday. Man, what a season! Yeah, I explained what I felt. I felt I actually had too much knowledge this year, and I got in my head about it there. I'm checking. I'm literally on NFL. I'm on NFL.com tracking the coach.
If he was going to get fired, they would have done it today. They're not going to fire him at 9:30 at night.
They still might. So head coach Jonathan Gannon, I didn't even know that human existed until this today. Arizona Cardinals head coach Pete Carroll, the Raiders cleaned house. Chip Kelly gone.
Yep.
You like that?
Yep.
The Browns fired Josh McCook's pal Kevin Stefanski. That is true. They are friends. Maybe now he can come closer to Josh. Raheem Morris in Atlanta. They get the big win. The Rams fired their special teams coordinator. That sucks when you're like, I don't go out there on the field. I don't go out there on the field.
Yeah, I don't. Sean McVay rubs me the wrong way. Something's going on with that Rams organization.
I don't like McVay. There's something aggressive about him. I don't know. Yeah. All right. A lot of it's the new time, but I'm telling you, I have a gut feeling we're going to keep McDaniel. Not necessarily because Quinn Ewers showed us. I think he played actually pretty good. And I will say this: as a rookie, 3 games in, he had some bad throws, and the Patriots game was just a disaster for us. But the season's been a disaster. I don't think Quinn Ewers is the answer, but he's potentially the answer. He's potentially a better answer, and I absolutely am convinced that. Watching Quinn Ewers run the system, get us a win in Tampa Bay, there's this feeling of we should have done this in like week 3. and I think that might save McDaniel. I actually think so.
Yeah, no, I think it will save McDaniel. I think they're going to want to give him another year. I think it's going to be, and this might even end up, I think they actually like McDaniel because I don't know if you do keep him on for next year unless they just do want him as a lame duck next year. Here's the thing. There's no generational quarterback in this draft is the belief. Right. So you're probably stuck with Ewers next year. You're going to get rid of Tua, whether you just throw him in the escape pod and hit launch and just eat this money. You could just trade for Kyler Murray straight up, like just give them each other's contracts. Like who says no? Just roll the dice there. Maybe McDaniel figures that out. I don't know. But other than that, you're going to stick with Ewers and you're going to be in kind of a purgatory year next year. While the Patriots continue to build their arsenal, and you have to hope to God that the next 2 drafts the Dolphins just nail. But I have a question about your Dolphins.
Yeah.
I have a question. What are your thoughts, and how do you think Dan Marino specifically feels about the Miami Dolphins hiring Troy Aikman as a consultant for their GM search?
You're talking about this guy, Danny Marino. I pulled this card the other day. On Sports Card ASMR. I don't think he cares. I'll tell you why. Do you remember? I know you might remember in terms of just its sports history, but you weren't as of age. But after he retired right away, like he became the Dolphins vice president.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was in the front office. He did all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
But he quit in like a day.
Yeah.
He quit in like a day.
And he's kept going back for like different ambassador roles, or like he'll be like he did something. I think it was before McDaniel. He was there as like a liaison of something, and now he just shows up to like beat the Panthers drum in a Dan Marino Panthers jersey and do like that kind of show up in Bad Boys 2 in a Cadillac dealership.
Yeah, and to be in the locker room and go, "Hey, it's your Uncle Dan."
Right.
That's Hard Knocks season. He's great in that. So I don't think he cares. what is fascinating to me, and I want to get your thoughts on this here, is, and this is not necessarily just my thought, this has been with some of the folks I've listened to, with Troy Aikman getting hired on by the Miami Dolphins as a consultant, specifically in their GM search. Famously, 3 weeks ago it was now, Troy Aikman ripped apart McDaniel and the Dolphins live on air. And I think he's right. However, so the context is the Dolphins had a chance to come back in the Pittsburgh Steelers game if maybe they ran a quick offense and actually, you know, moved the ball and just no huddle and just kind of got going, and they let time run out. They didn't take timeouts. Omar Kelly, Miami Herald reporter and columnist covering the Dolphins and has covered the Dolphins' entire career, his theory was, yeah, it's because Tua can't play. And they were trying to disguise the fact that he couldn't throw. And that we can't hurry up. We don't have a guy to hurry up with. And so that goes back to my thought too. So as far as Troy, but my question to you, but Troy's an announcer. Mm-hmm. He's an announcer. And he meets with teams every week and has for 20 years to get all their secrets and details to call the game. And now he's consulting for one team. Tom Brady is the owner of the goddamn Raiders. It doesn't sit right with me, Steve. I don't know why it doesn't sit right.
It shouldn't sit right with you. The Tom Brady Raiders thing is really weird, especially that the dude is like called the Super Bowl last year as the number one on team on Fox. Mm-hmm. I think with the Aikman thing, they're hoping this guy talks to GMs every week. He knows who's competent and who's not. So they want to pick his ear and say, hey, pick his brain and say, hey, who are you hearing from? Might not be happy in their spot, or made good moves but is underappreciated, or got canned but is actually good, something like that, right? Yeah. But let's be honest, like, he's cashing checks for something that could literally be an email. Like, hey, John, who should we hire as a GM? Signed, whatever the hell, Stephen Ross, right? So but he's going to make like 50 grand probably just to wake up and get in a suit to have a meeting.
Yeah, I keep joking with Mark Ellis that our new coach will be Jason Garrett, and Jay Novacek or something will be our offensive coordinator. But love it. Anyways, that's our look at sports. I'm excited for the playoffs. Excited for the NFL playoffs. Love that the AFC is wide open. NFC too, and also, I love that some of the biggest quarterbacks in the game, and I don't say this as someone who like wants to see them fail, but I think it's interesting that some of the biggest quarterbacks in the game, we're talking in their primes, Lamar Jackson's, Pat Mahomes injured, and there was another one, Burrow, aren't in the playoffs. And so that makes me think that I want a franchise quarterback. I want a Drake May. I want that. That's not, but that I don't think you need to get the number one guy with all the trophies coming out of college. Sometimes I think you just need to build the organization. And we'll see. It's going to be an interesting playoff.
Coming from an Eagles fan, Howie Roseman is the best member of that organization since they've won their first Super Bowl. And having a good GM and good team management is the most underappreciated thing you can have as a sports fan, for sure. Ken, my team beat the Tom Brady Patriots with Nick Foles at quarterback. You can do this if you just have a competent organization.
Trent Dilfer. No disrespect to Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer has more Super Bowl victories than Dan Marino. All right?
Yes. Then, all right? Yeah, he sure does.
There you go. Fun stuff. Thank you, Steve, for putting together the headlines. I love that. We'll clip that out. Follow Ken Plume. Show him some love over there on Patreon. He's got some great interviews there if you like that sort of thing. Thank you to those who donated tonight. And yes, whether Steve reminds me or not, Thursday night, the Handlebar will come out for a 2-day limited engagement. You guys paid for it. We'll make it happen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. All right. Bye.